So today I'm going to be discussing the Voere 22 bolt actions that I just got in. I know I'm probably mispronouncing that. I apologize, but I'm not a linguist. So this one came in, stock's a little scuffed up, bluing's great, bore's great, missing the magazine. This one also came in, which is pretty much 90% factory new. It's all there. So this finish looked like this originally. And then another one that came in. So this one here with a checkered stock, sling swivels, scope, all that fun stuff. A little higher grade with the Monte Carlo and everything like that. So leave this one here for now. So these take a 5-round detachable magazine. A guy like that with a nubbin on the back. It's nice and simple. The Voere dealers still stock these magazines. Right now, I don't believe the Canadian suppliers have them in stock, but I can order these out of England without issue, and I think they're 55 pounds. So whatever the conversion rate at the time might be. They don't have an export restriction on it that I've seen, which is great. Same with the some of the other ones like the semi-autos. I'm thinking about ordering a couple mags, so I got 2 of these in. Anywho's, so one thing I noticed just playing with these actions, this is decocked, are glassy. There's just like glass. Wonderful. Even this one here that might be a little scuffed up. It's tight and it's smooth, and actually trying to bias itself down a little bit. Bit of cut in the receiver to help with that. And for removal, we just pull it on out. It's the bolt there. So for getting into this, because what this is really going to be about is, I know on my Savage 65 video when I was redoing the stock, I mentioned how that particular chemical stripper will turn this type of a painted finish to goop. I kind of want to show that, and I haven't been inside one of these yet. I just want to see if there's any interesting stuff going on. Huge shout out to Intersurplus for supplying everything that you're seeing in these videos. Gone through all my old inventory. This is going forward right now. It's all new stuff. Thank you guys again for everything. And I did pay with that for my own money. Just disclaimer, this isn't sponsored. This is me giving a heart shout out to them. I would also like to give a shout out to Brassnet, which is a new website that's launched in the last couple weeks. It's been they've been constantly adding to it. It's an alternative to a Facebook platform with a very easy to use marketplace and it allows dealers and private sellers and just people in general to communicate. It's great. I'm trying to build a whole network up for gun owners, and it's by gun owners. It's free to use. Sign up, check it out. It's great. So now to this. I'm just going to quickly take this apart and get into it. So screw here. Machine screw. This is clearly a replacement screw back here at some point. Stock comes out. Straightforward enough, and I am going to pull this little wood screw out just because I do want to take this bottom metal off. Bottom metal's in great shape. Bluing's great, barrel's great. It just stock's all scuffed up. Should also like to point out a lot of this stuff I can just scrape off with my thumb. So it's coming apart. So this is the action here. As it looks to be, everything is in this one piece of cast aluminum. Barrel's held on by a pin on the outside of the aluminum here. Yeah, not a whole hell of a lot to see. Screw in here. See if that does anything. Is that screw? Yeah, that's just a big chunk of aluminum. Mag release here is held in with the pin. This assembly is held in with this pin. Just right here. The whole trigger assembly. The safety's screwed in. Safety screwed. Pin. Pin. It's a big. It's actually got some weight to it too. Aluminum. And then it's just a tube receiver. The ejector, little piece in here, is held on with this little nut. It's actually pretty smart. Other than that, it's a piece of tube steel. So, this is pretty economical to make. But what they did here with the action is it's incredibly smooth and appreciated. So, I'll leave that apart for now. It's off to the side. Chemical strip we're using here is Circa 1850. It's just my go-to. This stuff I usually just buy it down at Home Hardware. Yeah, let's see what this does here. Just put a wet coat of that on. I like to keep irritating it. You can already see it's lifting the thin stuff up, and now it's starting to go. It's all going heavy now. That's why I just keep moving this. It's a bit wet, because if you don't move it, it'll lift it, but it's not going to be easy to get off, and it'll dry up. That, and I'm just going to use a shop towel here. Just turns the goop. And you see when it dries, it turns white. But yeah, this type of finish, the more of a paint-on finish of this era. That's all you need is a little bit of that stripper there. I've tried other stuff, it doesn't lift, it doesn't do this to it. And you just keep moving it and then wipe it off. Very straightforward. No scraping, no sanding, nothing abrasive. And which is nice when you get into some of these edges here where if you are scraping or you're sanding it or what have you, you're going to take some of these hard edges off, and it's going to be, it won't pass the sniff test. You'll see it. It won't look right. Other thing, if you put a lot of this down, and it does lift it and all that, you can always go by with a plastic scraper and just kind of go under it and pick it up too, if you're into a big project. It's not a guarantee that it'll always work, but sometimes it does. But it has to be like coagulated. Just go over here to this side. the majority of that buttstock done. Just gotta go over the comb here. And the pistol grip. You know, I'm just working in sections so that I always have something to grab onto. That's how I like to do it. Then you can just kind of feather it all in. Personal preference. Irritating it a little bit. Almost done. Touch-ups. So you look inside here, this is actually gloss bedding compound up here. This white stuff in here is gloss bedding. Nice little, it's dissolved. Okay. Getting this excess off. Rub that stuff right. A very blonde wood, but I don't know if the camera's gonna pick up. You see all these little, you can tell it's manufactured wood. Or it's definitely been on machinery, I should say. See the little cuts and such in it. Yeah. Some of these dark spots, it's don't quite know if I can get it off just yet without sandpaper, just because it's really in the wood. It's stained into the wood, and you find that with these blonde woods and this type of painted on finish that they'll have, is sometimes the wood does absorb the color a little bit, so it happens. Just while we're here, just put a little bit of oil on just to kind of show that it's not really going to do or change the color a whole hell of a lot. It just darkens it a little bit. Rehydrates it at the very least. Yeah. I'll say it looks a hell of a lot better than what it did. Let's get this all put back together. This goes there. Well, that works. Set them in. Oh, put it on the wrong way. And this has a cup on it that's going down. So yeah, it's just a quick chemical strip. Of course, I'm going to be a klutz. But just quick light coat of oil just to get it sealed up. But just want to demonstrate how this stuff will turn these kind of painted finishes to goop. Used about 3 shop rags and another just for finishing. It's not bad at all. You know, hopefully that was vaguely interesting or helpful. Have yourselves a good one.